On this trade, anybody that did not take their profits up here obviously is being forced to say, okay, I'll take what I can get. And that's the whole point of knowing where we want a reversal in time and price. We could go to any day high, but the high odds target had been achieved. 88.75 was a measured move. Another measure, 89.75, and we said we wanted that back end target, the gap fill, to be our resistance. So scaling into it, anybody that has profits that wants to reverse, and you don't have to on a day like today. But I said we're going to get a decent contra before we're done. Somebody wants profits. And on this leg, coming back down, very first thing we want to see is, can we get to this 83 test one more time? And as you come into this 83.75, 83 and a half, anywhere in here, you've got to be peeling out. And then, in my opinion, good fortune comes in below this 83. And it all is a matter of timing in this business. Absolutely. Great job. Now I've got a magnet here, right? 83 and a half, I think. That's one. And obviously this is a question of stop running anybody that's late to the party here. So all the traders that wanted their 79 and 80 safe test earlier to go and get that high, they missed that. And then some of those traders will actually come back in too high and try to be buying again for the higher highs. But we said this was a logical resistance target today. Still got some time. What do we got? About an hour to go. So in my opinion, best short is already done. This is a logical retest of that 83 to 82. And in this move, let's see, let me look at the Globex one more time. "15-minute traders are going to be keeping an eye on our 82s. So I would be pulling out everything you got here at the 83s but your trailer. And I said before, the smart traders, and I said, remember when I said smart traders are going to make the calculation that, hey, I've only got hang on, beautiful trade. All right, capture something right here at that 82. I said smart traders are going to make the calculation that they have only 5 points to go to the year high, and they're better off taking profits than they are waiting for chump change for a point or two up here. Yep, Magnet 1 I've got right here. This is a great trade. Absolutely a great trade. And this is the one that fakes out traders who are late to the party. Because this is the contra, right? We have not had a substantial contra since the run. So here's our contra. And if we don't get a contra at lunchtime, expect it in the afternoon. All right, 81 and a half is the 40, 456. And on this push here, we can go to any low right now. Well, we've got some trap traders here. These guys are dead. Okay, any lates that didn't get out, they're giving up their profits. And I like this trade to come back in here into the 82s to 81s, and beyond that, forget it. It's just, luck of the draw. That's our 40. And big support today, obviously, that's 79. You know, if that caves in, then you can go any place. Just stays high. So that's become our middle for the day. And this is about odds. Yes, that was a good call you made earlier on the ticks. Absolutely. That was a really good call. Okay, the IB high has been penetrated. Once we come back and get that first part of the trade and get to the 83s, we already know we got a big boy in the trade. Saying, no, you don't. You know, I'm coming this way and I'm forcing you to take your profits. We still have some time, about 3 o'clock. It doesn't have to be, but my guess is that the high of the day is in already. And I do think that we need to be aware that anybody who's taking a short is going to take some profits. So we may get some chop now. Angel is back here, right here. 79.5. Amazing how that works sometimes too. Depending on whether you want to hold over or not. I don't know how you want to play it, but there's good resistance right now for the profit-taking swing. And I like the 82s as a natural target on this pullback. Just the way the boys love to do it. $30-minute chart in play. All this has been run without any support built up. So it's just guessing once we come back into these breakout areas. You could see where we were up at the top here. That's why I said, you know, we can go to any high, but realistically, you know, you got to be nuts if you're not taking profits. So what, you miss a couple of points. Don't forget we got a gap way back here. Stops down, never lose on this trade now. Great trade. And a reminder of the importance of that 78. That's a big area. So hold on to your trailers for a few more minutes. And if you don't have any, no big deal. Because this is a trade right now. We got a big boy in this trade. And then peel out as we come into this 81. I don't know whether we can get back to that 79 to 78, but that would be a crowning touch for today. Either way, we've had a great day. So talking about icing on the cake now. And minimum target that I'd figured on this pullback, hang on, 82.5 should have been the minimum pullback. And man, if we ever got to the next logical target is 81.5, and then obviously the 79 to 78 area. Yes, right. That's the magnet. But once you get a little momentum, and these traders are now, they've given up what they had. So the push this way, we've got a power swing this way. and your supports work for your resistance target. And then once it comes back, you have to understand those aren't the same anymore because the momentum is now reversed coming this way, attempting to find support. And as these traders start to lose what they had in their pocket, the ones that have not taken profits thinking they're going to 93 today or 1600 or whatever, now all of a sudden they're forced to come out once this starts back in this contra. That's the key. And one of the first signs of that is breaking the blue line. So the aggressive support works to get targets up here, resistance target works to come backwards, and this is the whole key, getting back into the IB. Now all these lates are underwater. Good trade. So aggressive support today, we said we wanted to watch this 78 line, and that's still a key. Remember we said if we get above this, good sign. Get this out of our way. And 82s, you get to the 82, anything else beyond 82, in my opinion, is good fortune. And let's keep an eye on time. I've got 87 and a quarter as our demon. And let this play out a little. Perfect resistance target. All right, so after we've got about an hour to go. Make it one more bounce. And this is proportionate to the day's range, obviously. Stops down. In the first time, the 82 support works for that trade, which we talked about, and then we said no contra, so let's think contra after lunch. And here we go. And then anybody's trying to buy aggressively this afternoon, that's where Charlie makes his mistake. I know. Yeah. Watch another flash crash. Oh, Lordy. What? Come on. You can do it. Bingo. Oh, right there. Attaboy. All right. This is the middle. So obviously anything in here, got what we wanted. Great trade. Take it to the bank.